Hey everybody, Elizabeth Varian here. Let me move my bug shot out of the way and get to my notes. We are talking this week about visualization and power of imagination. I say them slowly because I know I'm rhyming. So last night's video we talked about the teaching of the behind the story of why this is such a powerful tool, why it is not creation, which is a good thing when it comes to blocks that come up or limiting thoughts and beliefs. But it is part of the law of attraction, which is the term that everybody knows. So this video, we're going to keep it as short and sweet as possible, but still meaty so that you know what's going on, is we're going to actually teach you how to visualize. And I have, after the step-by-step, I have a list of a lot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 different YouTube videos. You do not have to watch them all. Most every single one of them is Abraham-Hicks, which I'll explain who they are. But they will, basically these videos will enhance the teaching. And I think they say it best. I really do. And so there's so many aspects of visualization and imagination that it's hard to kind of compact it into 3 videos. So how do we visualize? Well, let's start off with a quote from the very Abraham-Hicks. Now, this was in a 2009 workshop in San Antonio, Texas, that this quote came from. And it says, when you visualize, try not to think about that unwanted. You're still thinking about it. When you visualize for the feeling of it, when you go for the feeling of it now, that's why we, rather than visualize, we want you to feel. And I know it sounds confusing, but the point of making that part of this video is visualization isn't just about creating a story in the mind. Your mind is detached from the heart and the emotions, and we need to bring in the emotions. And I said in the training that you're going to increase your magnet by adding in energy vibration, and that's the emotions of gratitude and joy and love. So the very first thing that we're going to do, and the way I do it, there's so many different trainings out there. And ultimately what I have found is people just teach what works for them. They either teach what they were taught and that's all they know, or they teach what they do, because we don't go out and do other things if we know what works for us. So this is what works for me. It is not the only way to do it. And so the first thing I do is I build the story and consider all the details, big and small, not by writing it down. I am very much a pen to paper girl. As much as I am a webmaster all day long and I run a business that's all technology filled, I am still a pen to paper person, except when it comes to visualization. I am not going to engage the mind in creation during visualization, because as we said, visualization is attraction, not creation. And so I start in my mind with imagination. And you know, every time I say this, I think of Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. I mean, we were all taught imagination. Imagination Station, it was a place we would hang out, and you know, all of your imagination coming to life. And, you know, we're going to take that from childhood and put it into active adulthood, if we will. And so, you know, let's say we're starting with weight loss. Okay, we sit back, we close our mind, and, okay, why do I want to lose this weight? Oh, I can imagine how I'm going to look. Now, let's be honest here. I'm going to be very transparent. I have weight loss as a goal. I've lost 33 pounds. I have 30 some more to go. So I am not trying to lose weight for a man, a date, or to attract a man. I am not trying to lose weight for the all good value of health, which would probably be a nice way to say it if, you know, everyone would agree with it. quite frankly, I'm trying to lose weight to get back to my wardrobe that I love so much. It's all about clothes. So what am I going to do? I'm going to stop and I'm going to visualize the clothes that I want to wear. I'm actually going to have hung out on my closet. I have a closet with the planks so I can hang hangers on it. I'm going to put an outfit out of the size that I want to be in and visualize myself in it. I'm going to visualize my tummy down, and I'm going to visualize, that wearing skirts again. Yay. So I'm going to have that as my reason. Well, if that's not your reason, which for most people, let's be honest, it isn't. For most people, they have other reasons. Well, that comes into play at this point. So generalizing, I'm going to start visualizing myself at that weight. And what does it look like? What do I look like? What do the clothes look like? So we're using my analogies, so you use yours. And, what all is involved? Do I need to visualize myself working out maybe? That I enjoy it? That I enjoy the healthier foods and the more energy? So a very big generalized. Then I put myself in the story. So you're not just visualizing about the clothes. Now it's you wearing the clothes. Okay. So let me start and break it down. That's kind of the overview. So the first thing you're going to need is a quiet place without distraction. If you've got children at home, I know every parent, their bathroom is their manifestation room. and I don't know how if little kids have their fingers under the door, but let's say you have your spouse watch your kids and you go for a walk, or you lock yourself in a closet. I don't know where, but find that place where there's no distraction. And you're going to close your eyes and, just let your body relax and start thinking in general about your intention. If you haven't done your intentions, go back to last week's video. And in the YouTube videos, I have the numbered playlist. So you can go, this is number 5, you go back to number 4. But you have that list. So let's take 1, and you're going to go general of what is that like. And try and get more specific in details so that you have an idea of how does it look and everything. But first we want to get distraction free. Then you're going to get in a meditative state, which is deep focus. So you're blocking out everything around. You don't have to but you're blocking out everything around you, all the sounds. And at my house, the cat will jump up on my lap. I'm ignoring her. I love my Esther, but I'm ignoring her. And I'm just going to get very serious in trying to create that image. If I said elephant to you, an image of an elephant comes up. So as you get your intentions in mind, a picture should start presenting itself. Okay? So once you get that scenario or the story started, then you're going to go even deeper. So, okay, let's use the weight loss. So I've envisioned the wardrobe. I've envisioned the gym and workouts. I've envisioned healthy eating, having energy, events to go to, wearing different outfits. And now I need to put myself into it. So now I'm wearing the clothes. And the view is from a first person view. So that means from your eyes. I can see myself on this monitor over here. But for most part, during the day, we have no clue what we look like. We just are looking out, right? Your eyeball view is what I call it, or looking out of your eye sockets. So that's the first view that I always go with, which is for the weight loss is me looking in a mirror and seeing the thinner body and the clothes on my body. And, we women and men, we humans will look side to side and get the muscles, see that the tummy is thinner, and you're going to start seeing from as though you're looking out. If it's a relationship, then you're walking with the person, you're kissing, you're on a date, you're having a conversation. And while you're doing this, you're going to feel the emotions for the first time from seeing it manifested in first person view. So, how do you feel to have that new car, to have that income, to have that thinner body, or more fit body? How does it feel to experience the travel, experience new friends? And are you elated? Are you overjoyed? Are you enveloped in love? Get as detailed as possible, but it's you looking out and feeling it. You're in the scene. And for some people, that is easier than the next step. The next step is easier than this step for others. But I encourage you to try and do both. So that's once you get that going where you're looking out your eye socket, then you're going to add 3 different energies to it. Okay? You're still looking out. And you're going to go back and you're going to visualize meeting Mr. or Mrs. Right. You're going to visualize having that baby. You're going to visualize buying that house or buying that car. What does it smell like? What is the dealership like? How nice is the salesperson? Because we only want to deal with manifesting nice salespeople, right? How amazing is it to get all the features on that list that you want in your new BMW, Mercedes, or even your Kia? But then you're going to come back and you're going to add love energy. So love energy, you're slipping into that new car. It's such a welcoming. I love this. I'm going to surround this car with love, right? And I know the Bible says that the love of money is the root of all evil, but we're going to use love regarding money, not in the same ego way, okay? But you're going to put love around the money that's coming in. And then you're going to get that deep emotional love feeling. I'm not talking about love, the agape love. I know I talked to someone and they're like, well, love is an energy. And I really solidified in my mind that love is the greatest of all beings, our creator, infinite source of possibilities, universe, whatever you want to call, that is love. That is love. But love energy that eludes from us is an active verb, if you will. We love. And so I want you to put that love around, even weight loss. Love your body. One of the first steps to weight loss is acknowledging that you're beautiful, because you can't, get to a better state if you don't love that being that is getting there. So you have to love yourself, and what I did as I started losing the weight initially is I loved my rolls. I loved my flabby arms. I loved the back fat. I just loved on it. And so it sounds funny, but it makes you giddy, to give yourself that love. And why shouldn't we give ourselves that love? We deserve it, right? I'm going to keep watching because I'm a short girl. I've mentioned this before. I kind of swoop down. But anyways, so put your love energy around it. And then put your joy energy. And actually, I meant joy energy first, but it doesn't really matter the order. Joy energy is that excitement, that I can't wait, or not even I can't wait. I have this. It's so amazing. I'm a thinner me. I have this beautiful car. I'm enjoying this travel. Paris is beautiful and the people are amazing, or whatever, that joy energy, right? Then the final one, which I like to end on this one. The first 2 you can switch up. But the last one I love to end on, Wallace Wattles is really strong on this one as well. And it's mentioned from most any manifestation expert out there. And it's gratitude. Having deep, true, I am very thankful to have this income. I am so thankful to have lost this weight and to have this thinner body. I'm so grateful to be able to fit in these new clothes, or my old wardrobe that I love, that's classic and timeless, and it feels so good. I'm so very grateful for this. I'm so very grateful for the funds that are flying into my bank account as I speak right now. I am so thankful for the ideas and opportunities that connect me with that income. I am so thankful and grateful for customers and clients and whatever your term is, patients, that are coming into my business. I am so grateful for that promotion at work or the new job. I am grateful and so thankful for this amazing partner in love and this romance that has appeared into my life. Just take that gratitude and just pour it out. You have to be honest with it though, because if you're not, it's surface, it's fake, it's not going to work. So that deep gratitude, and then you're going to write down any resistance or blocks or limiting beliefs that might come up. In last night's video, I had said that visualization time in attraction, the law of attraction, is the best time to have these resistance or blocks or limiting beliefs or thoughts come and appear to you. And the reason is because you're not creating, you're attracting, and you can shift it. And we're going to talk more specifically teaching on shifting and clearing. And there's so many ways to do it that I'm probably going to touch on it and see if I can get a coach to do a whole webinar on it or something. But clearing, I've done so many different exercises. And then I also work with external coaches if it's something that I need to go even deeper. So, but at this time, write it down. You know, I'm going for the weight loss, but I can't visualize myself thinner. I can't say to myself that I'm beautiful. And something like that, then I just get in front of a mirror and start just saying, you know what, you are beautiful. You are beautiful. God made you perfect. You're a peculiar treasure. So you're one of a kind and you're still a treasure. Look at those eyes. Look at those lips. Just start pulling it, each one. So, but you need to write it down. What comes up if you find it during your visualization? Abraham-Hicks says your ability to imagine will help the next logical steps come to you faster. Work the bugs out in your imagination. You don't have to build little things and bigger things. You don't have to build little things and bigger things. You can do it all in your mind. You're not talking about, or we're not talking about imagination until your big dreams feels so familiar. I'm going to make sure I say this right, that the manifestation is the next logical step. So your ability to imagine will help the next logical steps come to you faster. Work the bugs out in your imagination. So like I'm saying, get those blocks out in the imagination. You don't have to build little things and bigger things. You know, you can go for just the bigger things. You can do it all in your mind. You don't have to deal with limiting beliefs out here where you don't feel good enough, and so you keep putting that out and some guy or girl shows up and tells you you're not good enough. You don't have to deal with that. Deal with it when it's here in your imagination. I don't know, less sting and easier to deal with, right? Because the imagination is so much easier time to deal with it. They're not talking about the next logical action step. That's the part I missed. You know, they're talking about using your imagination. So we're not talking about the next logical action step when they're talking about logical steps. Use your imagination until your big dream feels so familiar that the manifestation is the next logical step. Now, they do teach in their teachings about inspired action, and so do I. But you're not going to focus on the how. So this isn't saying keep using your imagination and then go have to do. Keep using your imagination until it feels so right that the manifestation appears. You're focused on losing weight. You just start, unintentionally doing what it takes to lose weight. I read a book from Zig Ziglar years ago And it was Confessions of a Happy Christian or True Confessions of a Christian. I don't remember which because I lent it out and never got it back. Ugh. But it was a good book, and he personally sent it to me. I have a backstory there where I was very blessed in my 20s with having an opportunity to meet him. So in this book, he talks about someone who says they wanted to quit smoking. And every time they tried in their own power to quit smoking, they would light up. So they finally said to God, you know what? If you want me to quit smoking, then you're going to have to quit, make me quit. And every day would say, I'm not a smoker. I'm not a smoker. I'm not a smoker. Right? And visualizing not being a smoker until he realized one day he was down to one a day, and then poof, that one was gone. He just had the desire less and less. And that's what it means by inspired action. He's inspired not to go get that cigarette, and he doesn't even realize it. I'm not a smoker. I'm not a smoker. I'm losing weight, right? And then you notice you're eating a little less, or you're choosing a little healthier. Or you know what? The gym has got some really hot guys there. Let me go work out. Or so, or hot girls, I guess, let's be equal in the analogy. I know the whole sexual harassment thing's going around, but I refuse to edit that. So, we all know we go to the gym for the views. So anyways, so when you're looking for action, okay, you want to meet that right guy or girl, and you've manifested it, you're visualizing it, you feel them. You feel them in your life. That energy is so here. It's like you feel that romance right here. I have visualized it. I know exactly the events we're doing. I've seen us going out on boats and walking together and talking and even meeting maybe in a movie theater and going out, and I visualized us kissing, and I visualized us walking on the beach, and you continue that visualization, and one day someone goes, hey, I want you to go here with me, and you're like, all right, let me go, and poof, there's your romance, there's your relationship. You didn't have to go out and tender right or left or whichever way it is. Apparently I don't do it. You don't have to go fill out your profile. You just stay in that visualization. Then when you have it down, you have solidified your vision. You have had the joy and the love energy and the gratitude. It sounds like a lot, but actually it doesn't take that long at all. It's just when you're learning it. And I had to stop and think how I did it because I've done it for so many years. But, once you've written all this, in your mind, you haven't written it down, but you've visualized it. Once you've gotten it done, then on another day you do it again. And on another day you do it again. And after a few times, then you go to the next step. And that is where you go from the eye socket view, the I'm in it perspective, to now I'm an audience member watching it. So now you go from first person view to the perspective of the observer. And I was reading it, there's a group, Manifestation Babes, and she had an article where she was talking about this. I was reading it last week. And I was like, did I ever do that? I had to stop and think. And I realized, well, yeah, what I do is I'm in it first, and then I see me afterwards. And from then on out, I only see me. I don't visualize out. After I solidify it in my mind, I always go to observer perspective. And that is seeing yourself in the story as though, again, you're the audience member. And I'm constantly visualizing, especially once I've gotten to that phase. And I probably shouldn't admit this, but I know that my mind is going to be engaged while I'm awake anyhow. So why not have it focus on visuals or stories? I'd like to experience things I want to manifest, or problem solving, seeing the problem solved. If I want to redecorate my house, I stop and I go through the visualization. Like I said, it sounds like a long period of time, but can be done very quickly. And the thing I probably shouldn't admit is I do it while I'm driving. My brain double processes. I don't know how else to explain it because I don't know why it does it. But it's a light visualization. I'm totally alert. I don't recommend it if you cannot do it, if you're not able to be in an alert state. I don't have an ADHD or ADD that I'm aware of, but even when I'm typing here at work, I have a huge TV set where I will watch, as long as I don't have to pay close attention, I'll know the story that's going on. So because I know I can do this, then during my drive time, I will, instead of letting my mind wander off and, be fearful or be focused on the drivers that will irritate me, I'll stop and I'll visualize whatever, whenever I'm in this observer state. But I don't recommend it if you can't do it, if you don't have that same thing. When I'm sitting and waiting in line or standing, I should say, waiting in line at a store, if I'm anywhere where I'm not actively doing anything, if I'm waiting for my computer to boot up in the mornings, whatever it is, that's when I'm visualizing. So I change up what I visualize, and I don't return to visualizing items if I've shifted to the law of allowing. And we talked about the law of allowing, I believe, in week 3, number 3 in the playlist in YouTube. And at that point, you've got to let it go. Poof, gone, let it go. And you shift to something else. And so I'm not holding on to past things at that point. I may still have some strategies, but like even now, I have my list of intentions with my affirmations underneath it. Again, that was in week 4. It's nice that I have numbers now. The number 4 playlist on YouTube, I talked about creating that intentions list. And in the techniques and strategies, I talked about what I do, my day and night strategy. And one of them, I start to write it, but I don't feel connected that I have to write it anymore. Because in my mind, it's solidified, it's done. So why do I need to keep writing something if it's done? So I'm actually going to remove it from my day and night thing and only focused on those things where I have not fully connected to the fact that it's solidified. Does that make sense? I hope so. You can always put comments or questions in the comments on YouTube. I get notices, or on Facebook, and let me know if you have any questions. Now, I had mentioned that I have some videos to help. And again, there's a lot of Abraham-Hicks. So if you're a Christian and you have issues with Abraham-Hicks, no worries. Don't watch them. But Abraham-Hicks is actually Esther Hicks, who is channeling the entities named Abraham. And they call themselves Abraham as a unity of one. But it is a person who is channeling a group of guides. And Abraham, the group, is teaching. And the videos are on making visualization work, the best ways to visualize, what you're asking for. Someone was asking a question and they were visualizing, but they still weren't getting it. Another one is if you can visualize your desire, it's already on its way. How to visualize what you're asking for, and then so on and so forth. You'll see them down there. The other one was someone that I had quoted in last night's video, which is Neville Goddard. 1955, The Master Law of Attraction and How to Use Your Imagination. He wrote tons of books on imagination, and I'm a creative being. I think that's why I get energized by manifestation and visualization, because I'm creating. I spent Christmas quite literally creating the PDF file for these videos, and I had fun creating. Still not to where I want design-wise, but it's doable. I'll fix it later. And then I also have an adult coloring book that I am finishing up. I design, the cover. Merry Christmas, that's what I did on Christmas Day. I had my computer on my lap. I love creating. And so for you out there that are creative beings, you'll get this very easily. Some of you that are more technical, this is going to be a little bit more work for you. And so that's why I have these videos, to take you to a new step. Those of us that are creative will devour these videos. But the technical people that are like your engineering mind, where everything's black and white, it is or it isn't, you want to really grab hold of this, because you too can visualize. It is possible. If I say elephant and you're not picturing an elephant, I'm doubting you. I think you're picturing the elephant or you're feeling the elephant. But that's why I'm adding these videos to help out. So hopefully that helps everybody in actually getting started with visualization. Look, see, now I've moved the thing over, so I have to fix the hair, fix the necklace. Alrighty, joyful manifestors, you guys have a great day or great evening wherever you are. And I should say God bless and namaste. Talk to you later. Bye.